kids! Welcome to Memory Monday. Today, we are going to learn the memory verse with a game called Pop Up, Jump Up, Say the Next Word. This is how it works. First, we'll read the verse together. Second, you'll choose who you want to say the next word with, Johanna, Malachi, Micah, or Joe. When the round starts, one of these guys will pop up on the screen. Whenever you see your person on the screen, you'll jump up and say the next word of the verse. All right, let's get started. Today's verse is John 3:6. Human life comes from human parents, but spiritual life comes from the Spirit. Can you guys say that verse with me? John 3:6. Human life comes from human parents, but spiritual life comes from the Spirit. All right, let's get started. Here's round 1.
John 3:6.
Human
Life,
comes
From
human
parents,
but spiritual.
life,
comes
from,
the
Spirit.
Great job, kids! You are doing wonderfully jumping up and saying the next word. But I think it was a little too easy. On the next round, why don't you pick 2 people to say the verse with? You can choose Johanna, Malachi, Micah, or Joe. Let's see how you do. But before we start round 2, let's practice the verse together. John 3:6. Human life comes from human parents, but spiritual life comes from the Spirit. Great job! Let's get started. Round 2.
John 3:6.
Human.
Life,
comes from
human,
parents,
but
spiritual,
life,
comes from
The
Spirit.
Great job, kids! Did you do the verse with 2 of my helpers? Was it a lot harder to keep up? I bet not for you, because you guys are so smart and I'm sure you already know the verse. Do you think you can jump up and say the next word with 3 of my helpers? That's right, on round 3, you're going to choose 3 of my helpers. You can choose from Johanna, Malachi, Micah, and Joe. Whenever the 3 that you have chosen come on the screen, you'll jump up and say the next word with them. I think some of you are going to be jumping a lot. Let's practice the verse before we start round 3. John 3:6. Human life comes from human parents, but spiritual life comes from the Spirit. Excellent work. Now, do you need to practice jumping before we start too? Go ahead, get up, jump, jump, jump. Yes! Okay, so you know the verse, you know how to jump, but can you keep up? The challenge is on for round 3. Let's do it. Round 3.
John 3:6.
human.
life,
Comes,
From
Human. Parents.
but
spiritual,
life,
Comes
from
the,
Spirit.
Most excellent. You really know this verse, don't you? Are you getting tired of jumping? I hope not, because guess what happens in round 4? That's right. You're going to jump up and say the next word with all 4 of my helpers. Can you handle it? Can you jump that much? Will you know all of the words to the verse? I think you will. But before we start round 4, let's say the memory verse together one more time. John 3:6. Human life comes from human parents, but spiritual life comes from the Spirit. All right, kids, let's see what you can do as we start round 4.
John 3:6.
human
life,
Comes
From
human
parents,
but
spiritual,
life,
comes,
from
the
Spirit.
Incredible job, kids! You really know this memory verse, don't you? And you definitely know how to jump. Well, that's all for Memory Monday this week. I hope you had fun. Faith Fellowship kids, this is the verse you need to learn to get your points for Memory Verse next Sunday. Can't wait to hear it. All right, see you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.